Welcome to the Daily Gerry Anderson podcast, which today tackles the thorny problem of the way we speak here in the Northwest. We've moved on from Bibbledegup to the Baudelarisation of the names of well-known dead singers. Oh, I haven't heard that for a long time. That's great. That's Ray Charles, or is his known up here?
Hello, Gerry.
Ray Charles.
No, they do. No,
People call him Ray Charles.
No, they do not.
Yes, they do.
They do not. You say that all the time, and no one says Charles.
What?
Ray Charles.
No one says Charles. That's a lie.
Is this the way it's going to be today?
Yes,
Is
but
it?
I don't like you lying.
I like me lying.
I don't like you.
I feel comfortable when I'm lying. I don't feel happy when I'm telling the truth.
I don't know I've never heard anyone apart from you say Ray Charles. You're the only one.
Get over it. As it says on my T-shirt about the Titanic.
All right.
She sailed, she sank, get over it.
Well, Margaret wants to sing to you about it.
Does she?
Yes.
Is she on the line now?
Yes. And Margaret's in a hurry.
Hold on a second. I'm sorry.
Margaret's
We
in
can't. We cannot let Margaret. We cannot let Margaret dictate the pace of this program.
We
cannot let Margaret dictate the pace of this program.
You tell Margaret that.
I'll tell her
Margaret's
that now in
a
a
friend
minute.
of yours.
Hold on a second. I'm going to explain what this song was. It was called "Oh, What a Beautiful Morning." It was one of Ray Charles's last
Did you ever hear
albums.
Janet? Did you ever hear? Right. I want to ask Janet. Did you ever hear anyone here say
In Derry.
Ray Charles? Ray Charles.
What's Irish for Charles? See, a lot of people call Charles in Derry, London, they're called Charles because of our Irish background.
Never heard it, honestly.
All right,
No,
then.
we have both of us.
never heard Sean. No, never heard that. No,
You
he's
say-
wrong. He's wrong, Sean. He's always wrong. I hate him.
The eye of Coilus Interruptus shows no sign of mending, reminding the presenter of some manner of cyclops. He blindly peers about him in search of help. The deterioration in the health service does him no favours.
I had an appointment at 9 o'clock in the eye clinic right out to Gavin this morning, and I'm up from the screak of dawn.
That's Alfred Galvin Hospital here in Derry, London, Derry.
Preparing myself for the appointment. And I arrived over. My appointment was at 9 o'clock, and I duly arrived at 8:45. 15 minutes.
Early for you, yeah.
Oh yes, 15 minutes before your appointed time, and I was about 9:05.
Is this going to take long?
No, I went to the reception. I says, "There you are. Give her my card." And she says, "Oh, your appointment's been cancelled."
Nah.
Didn't they tell you? And I says, "What?" She says, it's been put back to the 16th. I said, "That's all right." So that's all right.
What time did you get up? At 6? Something like that?
Well, I was up about 7:10.
You drinking and everything last night? Getting
Not
up
at
that early in
all.
the
Oh
morning?
no! Stopped at home.
Well, because you had to get up so early.
Well, you see, you've got
Exactly. Normally you'd have been out full.
Just remember, when you're getting your eye examined, there's a man looking right into your eye, and his big beak's right up against your beak.
He doesn't want to see Phoenix beer in there.
No, exactly. So I've got to go back, and so I've got the. Yeah.
That's a great story, Sean. Thank
That's
you.
how my Monday morning started. But I said to the reception, I says, "Hey,
I blame the health
there's
service.
nobody dead. That's no problem at all. No problem." So
Yeah, Margaret, yes, thank you
it's
for
back
that.
to Margaret, and Margaret's waiting to go out.
What can we do for you, Margaret, today?
Well, everybody's talking about the Titanic. Jerry, my granda was one of the shipyard builders, and he had all his own tools and made all his own this, that, and the other. But he was part of the Titanic and that.
Is that right?
But I wanted to sing a wee. It's not a long song. It's very, very short because I'm in a rush to get out because I go to Cross Community, as you know, and that. And I'm actually dedicating this to my granda and Cross Community, but it's only
when you say
tunes.
when you say cross community, what do you mean? Is it some kind of organisation you go to, or what is it?
Yes, it's Protestant and Catholic getting together,
How, in what way?
working for peace and reconciliation and things like that.
And do you have meetings on a Monday
We
morning?
do.
That kind of
We
thing.
go away together and that. We have lunches together. We go on wee bus tours. We go to museums. We do artwork. We do card making, jewellery.
That's great.
Yes.
That's great.
But sure, you were invited up one day away last summer for our summer festival and you didn't make it. But I tell you who did make it, Julian Simmons.
Julian goes everywhere.
Well, I know, at least he's game for it and that. I
he
bet
is
you
all
if we
right.
asked Sean up, Sean be up like a whippet.
Sean,
Yes.
Sean, you've just been invited up to a cross
No, I
community
haven't.
meeting. Invite him up. Sean would love to go up. Go and ask him. Ask him when he wants to come.
Well, I don't know when it is, but whenever it is, I'll phone him up and
Thank
I'll...
you, Margaret.
Please
Yes,
do.
I will, no
Okay.
problem. Then the doors will be open arms for you. We'll even get a wee red carpet put down for you.
He likes that.
Do you?
Mm-hmm, he does.
Aye.
Listen, what is this little song? Tell me about it.
Well, I used to sing it away years ago, and I actually sang one day whenever we were at the Cross Community, and they said to me when I was finished, they said to me, "Where did you hear that?" And I says, "I can't tell you for security reasons."
Well, is it a little song about the Titanic or anything?
Titanic, yes.
Oh, go ahead then.
I'm not a good singer, but I'll do my best and do it for a laugh.
Where did you hear it?
I'm not telling you for security reasons.
Ah, go on, you can tell me.
No, do you want to hear it or do you not? Because I'm in a hurry to get out.
All right then, go ahead.
All right? Right. Right?
Yes.
Oh, they built the ship Titanic to sail the ocean blue, and they thought they had a ship that the water would never go through. But the Lord's almighty hand knew that ship would never land. It was sad when that great ship went down. It was sad, mighty sad, it was sad, mighty sad. It was sad when that great ship went down. Husbands and wives, little children lost their lives. It was sad when that great ship went down. That's it.
The presenter is taken by the action of shallow celebrities and wishes he could also be so shallow. He is, of course, more shallow than most, but he can't get into the deep water where the big boys swim. I was thinking about this programme. Do you know, every once in a while we should have a little spot for something unusual or noteworthy. I think every once in a while we should feature an empty gesture spot. Do you know the way people make empty gestures because it's a good idea? And it always sounds great, but once you examine it, you realise that there's nothing behind it. You know, like when Hugo said he had to do a talent competition because he wanted to put something back.
Right, you said that.
No, but empty gesture. Right, here's one. Our colleague, not our colleague, but a man who's in the same line of business as us. I read this in one of the newspapers on Sunday. The Irish Independent. Will you stop talking, will you? Please?
In and out of the dusty bluebells.
Yes.
In and out of the dusty.
Yes.
How's the air of it?
We don't care. We don't care.
Janet remembered it.
Good girl for remembering something. Thank you, Janet. Keep that within your skull.
Sorry, you were reading in the Sunday paper.
Yeah, a man who's in the same line of work as ourselves, a young man called Ray Darcy, in RTE, whom I've met on a number of occasions, as I explained earlier. And he said, and why did I never think of this? He said, if I win the lotto, I'm going to give it all away to charity. Isn't that perfect? Isn't that perfect?
Yeah.
That's an empty gesture. Closure without commitment. Isn't that great? That's like saying, I'm going to try and beat that one. If I ever become heavyweight champion of the world, I'm going to give away all my prize money to charity. It'll be in the paper tomorrow, won't it? Jerry Anderson says if he ever becomes heavyweight champion of the world, he'd give away every penny he earns to charity. Isn't that what? Why did nobody ever think of that before? If I won the lottery, every penny. Imagine if he wins it. He'll have to do that. Oh, my God. It's about 3 million to 1 chance of even getting 5 numbers. Anyway, that's our empty gesture department. So I want people out there to supply me with empty gestures that they come across in newspapers, television, or indeed any other form of media. And any empty gesture that you feel worthy of letting people know, let me know. It's jerry.anderson@bbc.co.uk. This is almost like a competition.
There's one that I would love to talk about, but I can't.
Go on.
No, I can't.
It has never stopped me.
No, I can't.
Come
no,
on.
I can't. No.
Come on, you have to learn to be thrusting.
No.
Thrusting, come on, take a
No.
chance.
No.
Nolan used to be like that. Nolan was thrusting and then he became fat and...
I can't say it. It's in the
You
paper.
can
It's
say
in the
it.
It's in the papers today.
You can say it.
It's in the papers today. All you got to do is scan the front pages of the local papers.
It's about Mike Nesbitt.
I'm not saying.
It is then.
I'm not saying.
It is. Go
I'm
on,
not
get it out.
saying,
Spit it
no.
out, come on.
Lorraine's on too.
Spit it out.
Lorraine's on too.
You've no fire in you. An open letter to the newly minted leader of the UUP. This is the voice of the people. A gentleman writes to me and he said, "Dear sir, I thought I'd had enough trouble being poor and downtrodden, but now Mike Nesbitt wants to come and live with me. I can hardly feed myself, never mind Mike, Linda and a camera crew. This is not why my grandfather fell in France. Even in the darkest days, nobody, not even Sinn Féin or the DUP, ever wanted to move in with me. And another thing, my washing machine is broken, and I know that Mike would probably require 2 or 3 clean shirts a day with all these public appearances, whatnot. Am I expected to hand wash them? This is a terrible state of affairs. I don't mind giving a man or woman my vote, but taking them in is bang out of order. It's far too much. To Mike Nesbitt, I say, keep away. Don't come knocking on my door. I can't afford it." Not many radio programmes spend considerable spans of time speculating as to what variety of receptacle one is most likely to find tomato juice in. It should be done more often, this close examination of the commonplace. What's going on in there?
I was telling Janet you were wrong
About what?
about tomato juice.
Why did you tell her that?
Last week, when I told you I was drinking with a man who was drinking fucking tomato juice, and I was all excited and newfangled the fact that they came in little cans, little tins. You said they always did. So I approached the man that I was drinking with last week. I approached him on Friday night, and I says, "Did they always come in wee cans? Their tomato juice?" He says, "No, they came in bottles." I said that. I told Jerry Anderson that, and Jerry Anderson said they always came in cans. He said, "Tell Jerry Anderson he weighs up."
You can't let anything go, can you? You just can't let it go, can you?
No, I can't. But I knew I was right. They came in bottles.
Well, you're not absolutely right, because they came in cans for quite a long time. But they came in bottles
They came
first.
in bottles first.
Yeah, but I mean, that was like 1940.
You know.
A gentleman writes to me and he said, just saw Eamon Holmes on Twitter in a flurry because he was stuck at Hyde Park Corner on his way to the TV studio. I haven't seen such tension since I put a teaspoon in the microwave. In other words, in other news, should I say, Eamon McCann has just announced he's going to stay in a big house in Cultra for 24 hours to see what it's like to be rich. Are you going to do that, really?
Do what? Oh, sorry.
Hello?
No,
Hello.
sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You shouldn't get up too early.
No, I was laughing at the idea of McCann saying, I'm not ready for that. By the way, can I ask you this?
Yes.
This man, the tomato juice man.
Let's not call him the tomato juice man, okay?
Why not?
He may not like it, and it's a wee bit of a, well, I suppose it's too obvious. Go ahead.
All right, then.
Call him your friend
My friend.
who drinks tomato juice.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. My friend who drinks tomato juice.
That's better.
Right. He said to me, he says, ask Anderson this one.
Uh-huh.
Did he ever eat a cow's udder?
I think I have, yeah.
Have you?
It's tripe.
No.
That's what
No,
tripe
wait a
is.
minute now. He said that they get the udder, and whatever way they boil it, and then it's sliced up. It's just like a roast.
Is that not tripe?
Is it? No. Janice says no.
That's not tripe. He's
It's not
wrong
tripe.
again. He's
no.
wrong again. He's
So
wrong
therefore,
again.
so it's not tripe.
Well, what is tripe?
I don't.
Is it
Tripe's
bubbling?
a stomach. Is tripe not the stomach?
Well, the udder's near the stomach.
No, but the udder's how is it?
Well, the udder.
But did you ever hear of anyone eating udder?
Oh, I have indeed, but I always thought it was tripe. What is it, bubble and squeak, something like
He
that?
said that, like you, he lived near a slaughterhouse. Although you didn't really live near a slaughterhouse.
I did.
You
I lived
didn't.
near two slaughterhouses.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No, you didn't.
Do you want me to tell you where they were?
That wasn't a slaughterhouse that you lived beside. He lived beside a real slaughterhouse.
There was one up in the Little Diamond.
That's where he lived.
I know, but that was near me too.
That wasn't.
100 yards away.
100 yards, my eye.
100 yards away.
That's more than 100
It's
yards.
100 yards away. Top of William Street.
The elder.
The elder?
The elder, Janet said.
The elder,
No, the
yeah.
udder. It's not the udder.
Oh, stop. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.